Hey everyone, this is Nicole Glass, and today I'm going to address a topic that I know a lot of people are interested in. I'm going to talk about the difference between commercial and editorial images on stock agency websites like Shutterstock. Because the number one question I receive in my comments on YouTube is, how can I upload pictures of people and properties without a model or property release? Even though I've addressed this question in at least one previous video, and I have addressed it countless times in the comments, I still continue to get this question on pretty much a daily basis, several times a day actually. So I figured it's time that I would address this in a video and make a video dedicated simply to this topic. Commercial images. And I quote Shutterstock, can be used to commercialize, monetize, sell, promote, and advertise a product, business, or service. It could be used on a billboard, a website, a blog, a brochure, a Facebook ad, or even a television commercial. For commercial images, you need to obtain the permission from property owners or models in the image. That means you have to upload a release form with the image itself. There are a few common reasons that your commercial images might get rejected after you upload them to Shutterstock. 1, you do not have a model or property release, obviously. Your model has a brand name or logo somewhere on his or her clothing. There is a company name, trademark, or logo somewhere in the photo, even if it's very tiny and you might not have even seen it. There is a recognizable person in your photo, even if that person is very, very tiny and somewhere in the distance, and again, you might have missed that. The photo includes artwork, or the photo has a visible vehicle in it that has a brand name or logo on it, something like Honda or Toyota, or that vehicle has a visible license plate with the license plate number on it. If you want to upload a photo of a car for commercial use on Shutterstock, you're gonna have to remove the license plate information and make sure that the car itself is not recognizable as a specific model or made by a specific brand. So that'll take a little bit of editing. There are a lot more details on Shutterstock's own website about what you can and cannot upload as a commercial images, so I'll link those details below. Editorial images. For editorial images, you do not need model or property releases or any sort of release forms in general. Editorial images cannot be used to sell, promote, or monetize a product, brand, or company. It is very important that you do not alter editorial images at all. So that means no adding people, removing people, or objects from the photo. Basically, you don't want to do any sort of heavy photoshopping on an editorial image, but you can do color corrections, just don't alter the scene. Because editorial images are supposed to reflect something true, something as it is. And a lot of times editorial images are used by news websites and organizations. But even though you'll have a lot more freedom in uploading editorial images than you do when you're uploading commercial images, not everything can be accepted. What can't, for example, be accepted is photos taken at ticketed events, and that includes photos taken at a sporting event where tickets are required, something like a Wizards basketball game, or photos at a theater performance, or anything of that nature. Unless you have proof of press credentials for that event, and if you upload your credentials to Shutterstock with the photos, then you can get them accepted that way. But for most people, that's probably gonna be pretty hard to get. Personally, I upload a lot of editorial photos to Shutterstock, way more editorial images than commercial images, and that's because I have a background in journalism, and naturally I gravitated towards photojournalism once I got into photography. That's the kind of stuff that just interests me more. I often document a lot of newsworthy events in the city that I live in, and even though editorial images have more restricted uses, I actually earn more from my editorial images than from my commercial images, simply because they are downloaded in such large quantities. Like I've mentioned in a previous video of mine, 2 of my top-selling photos on Shutterstock are 1, an image of Donald Trump at a press conference, and 2, an image of a protest. It was actually a climate march in Washington, D.C. And no, I did not ask Donald Trump for a model release. Would he have given it to me anyway? Probably not. So no, there was no model release uploaded with that. Back when I first joined Shutterstock and I didn't really know the difference between uploading commercial and editorial images on the platform, I actually uploaded a photo of the White House that I really liked, and it was rejected because I didn't have a property release. And I was like, how the hell am I supposed to get a property release from the White House? Turns out all I had to do was upload that same images as Editorial and it was immediately accepted. So one thing when you're uploading your photos on Shutterstock, be sure to upload editorial images in the proper format. That means after you upload the images, click on the little box that says Editorial. So you're informing Shutterstock that's an editorial image. And then in your caption, you need to use the correct format. That means entering the city, state, if applicable, country, and date, and then a description. Here's an example. Even if you're on a different stock agency website, not necessarily Shutterstock, there are probably similar rules when it comes to uploading content and the different ways that you can upload the content. So if this video was helpful at all to you or interesting, then please give it a thumbs up. That would make me super happy. And consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. I produce weekly videos related to photography, drones, travel, and Shutterstock. So stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying this lovely cold winter weather, which I really don't enjoy. And enjoy the rest of your week. See you next time.